Howdy everyone. How are y'all today? I'm just waking up from my little morning walk and getting some sunlight. I was gonna walk backwards up this hill, but if I did, the sun would be directly in the camera. Someone would be courteous and allow y'all to actually see my face with no glare. It might be a little hard to stare at the camera or just stare forward, but at least you guys can see me clearly. That's what matters. Today I'm gonna go update my resume and apply for different jobs and such. I watched a couple of Alex Hormozy's videos, and I'm gonna take some of his advice and not do so much of a copy and paste method, which is what I've done in the past, and I feel like it's a common thing to do, but his advice was to study the companies and kind of write your resume personalized to what their needs are, and personalized to their employers. That way, there's a higher chance that I can get picked from those companies, because I'm really in a position now more than ever where I'm just want to push for better things and get better job opportunities and just get better jobs. In the past, working at the restaurant I worked at for 2.5 years, I was not happy, but I was like in that little comfortable, content space. So I was like not liking it, but I wasn't like searching for jobs. So this time around it's much different. Like, because I was fired, I was like forced to search for jobs, so I had no choice but to do that. And now that I actually have a job, I'm relieved, but I'm like, I still want to keep pushing and pushing. Like, now more than ever, my mind is in the frame of mind that, this is just a temporary thing for me, and I'm just using this as a little gap, a little bridge, a little next step toward getting at what I want, just the bill payer. And honestly, with the hours I'm getting at this job, I could absolutely work a second job, so hell, maybe I could get myself a day job in the meantime. And maybe even this day job could possibly replace this job that I have, but I'm hoping to do maybe a couple things here. Get a second day job, or just get a job that replaces this one entirely. Because I get a second job for a day job, or I get another job which replaces this one that's more interesting. That's a win-win either way. And, hell, maybe even if I do get a second job, I can find a replacement for the night job. I don't know. I'm just thinking of ways to go about it. Alright, I'm walking back down the hill now. And now that I think about it, I think the sun is going to glare on the way back down. So I'll try to avoid that best I can. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. In the meantime, I've been doing a lot of door dashing lately, just for like extra money. And to be quite honest, I've put my money in a lot of places that aren't helpful to me lately. Fancy way of saying that I've just been spending money on things I shouldn't. My biggest vice in terms of money is really just like food. Like, not even like eating out either. Well, eating out's probably kind of like a vice, but like, yeah, that's what it is. That's really my only vice. But I'll say that like food that I don't need, such as like eating out or like on off days, which makes a little more sense me and my lady will just buy like some sweet treats and eat them, which I don't do as like my regular regimen, but on our off days we just like to chill and do that. But I'm just reframing my frame of mind to the point where I want to work hard with no breaks toward what I want. And with the habits and vices that I have, I probably wouldn't be they're probably not going to sustain me for very long, because I'm going to have to not only do the work but improve my habits and learn some self-control, which is actually what I've been working on for the past couple of years now on the self-improvement journey. But yeah, I mean, it's all an improvement game at the end of the day anyway. I'm trying my best not to let the sun glare. It's like glaring off my face. It's whatever. Yeah, just trying my best to, I don't know. Yeah, now that I think about it, if I was trying my best, I'd already be there, wouldn't I? I've definitely had a lot of slack over the years, but I have improved nonetheless since I've started my self-improvement journey. As long as I keep getting better is all I really care about. But I'm in a spot more than ever now, like I said, where I'm tired of being broke and I want to have enough money to where I can do whatever the hell I want. And I know it's going to be some years worth of work, which that's fine. I mean, nobody gets rich overnight, but for me, I just want to go find interesting jobs, and I don't really know what I want to do, but I'm just going to look at things that look more interesting than what I'm doing now and just go for those. And if I don't like those jobs, cool, find a different one. If I do, cool, keep working at it. I'm gonna also follow up today with some of the places I called and asked if I could host line dancing, because line dancing's been like my shit lately. And that's also another reason I want a day job more of as a replacement than like a second job, because if I can follow my hobby and passion of line dancing and make money off of that through instructing, that frees up my nights to be able to instruct. Because I called a few places already. They're like, yeah, we'd be open to hosting line dancing, and a couple even called back and were like, what do you need? And we discussed for a little bit, and they said they'd get back to me in a couple weeks. So I'm probably just gonna, I am going to follow up with all those places today. I had 3 places that were interested. 2 places that I'm like an inch from actually doing. Like, one place called back and was like, what do you need? And I was like, I just need a sound system and a space. I have my phone I can connect if there's Bluetooth allowed, and I'll just buy a mic. That simple. Another place asked me if I wanted to do a demo run with them, and I'm like, yeah. And they haven't got back to me since. I'm going to follow up with them. Another place just said they'd be interested in the idea of having line dancing again, and said they would hit me back up. So I'm just going to call them back, follow up with them too. Follow up with the places that really guaranteed, not guaranteed, but seemed promising. Yeah, that's where I'm at currently. And as for my health, it's still kind of like trying to find the word. It's a kind of simultaneous, like wealth and health are kind of like simultaneous goals right now. I want to become wealthy, and I'm talking to you guys right now about what I'm aiming for and what I'm gonna do today for that. And then I've talked about my health a lot with you guys, like diet and exercise and sleep and all that, which those are all things you could really just, like, you have to pay attention to those things anyway. So it's like, I'll just do the best of what I can for those. Like, in terms of eating, you gotta eat, right? But I just, for me, it's being a carnivore. And in terms of exercise, I will say I'm not the greatest at being active throughout the day. Like, I'm really, like, disciplined. And it doesn't even take discipline for me. Like, I actually enjoy doing it. Like, I'm exercising, or I'm doing, like, resistance training workout every other day. Which, I could divide it up and do it every day. But, I mean, I don't have really any wrong feelings about that. It's more of just, like, I want to be more active throughout the day, and I haven't been doing that. Like, right now I'm walking, which is really good. Like, I know I could be walking way more often, but I don't do it. In terms of diet, I'm still trying to adhere to being a carnivore. I'm not consistent enough, and I don't set my mind out to do it enough. But I know that when I really put in a month's worth of setting my mind to it, it'll no longer be disciplined then, and I can just live the rest of life being like, yippee! I'm at least, like, aware of what I'm doing and, like, what I'm putting in my body and when, even if it's not exactly ideal, nor that I want to do it, but temptations get the best of me sometimes. But anyways, I'm gonna cut it here. Just letting y'all know what I'm doing, what's going on, what I'm aiming for, and what I'm trying to do, and uploading to YouTube as I should. So, yeah. Hope y'all have a good day. I'll see you later. Peace out.